My name is Victor Lang. I'm the Vice President of Enterprise Systems at SmartBridge, and I'd like to thank everyone here for joining us today on this very important topic about digital transformation and how can we really use some of these key technologies to transform the way you do business and fundamentally transform it so that you can compete and then also excel in your business, enabling new capabilities and actually outpacing your competition. So let's first start off a little bit about what we're trying to do here at SmartBridge. At SmartBridge, we believe in simplifying business transformation. Well, what does that mean? Well, that means taking very complicated, very intricate problems and simplifying it so that you can actually transform your business positively to enable new capabilities and bring value to your customers. That's what we like to specialize in. That's what we do, and we'll hopefully give you some great knowledge here today to help you do so. So I'm going to talk a little bit about some of our services. I'll talk about why and what digital transformation is and why it's important to you. And then I'm going to go into some specific use cases that talk about the Internet of Things, intelligent assistants, and then how you can move forward from there with next steps. So something about SmartBridge and what we do is that we're not just one single solution. We believe in providing an overall comprehensive solution to our customers. That includes enterprise systems, but at the very beginning, looking at your strategy and advisory and seeing how you can actually strategically define your roadmap and how you want to move forward, all the way to business intelligence and advanced analytics, and then into enterprise mobility, which also includes some of the key technologies that we're talking about today in terms of Internet of Things and intelligent assistants. So to begin with, what is digital transformation? Why is it important? And today, I really want to do something besides just tell you or discuss what digital transformation is. I really want to be able to show you, and that's the purpose of us doing some demonstrations on the webinar today, is really to show you these use cases in action. Because digital transformation is really fundamentally about how you can use some of these digital technologies to transform your business, to make it faster, more efficient, more collaborative, customer-focused, customer-oriented, and really streamline and enable new capabilities. So rather than just talk to you about those different things, let me just give you a quick example of what things look like in the past, and then I'll reference to how things look like now. And let's just do a little bit of time travel into a movie clip here that I have from Star Trek.
You're joking.
Perhaps the professor could use your computer.
Please.
Computer? Computer? Hello, computer.
Just use the keyboard.
The keyboard. How quaint.
So you saw from Star Trek that talking to the computer didn't always work, but things are different in this day and age. For example, what we've done now with the Amazon Echo is allowed it to completely integrate with JDE Edwards so that I can ask it simple questions about everyday information that I might need. Here's an example. Computer, open Sales Order Manager.
Sales Order Manager. Do you want to know all total sales or total sales for a specific client?
Total sales.
What month do you want total sales for? This month, last month, or a specific month?
This month.
The total sales for this month is $18,600. What is another period to look up?
Last month.
The total sales in last month is $96,705.3. What is another period to look up?
Exit. As you can see there, what we've done is integrated Amazon Echo with JDE Edwards using business services and natural language recognition APIs already available with Echo, and being able to basically ask it questions that we need to know and get an easy response. So let's start by talking now about some of the characteristics of a digital enterprise. We just saw that example of how I used the Amazon Echo to interface with JDE Edwards. And really, that's about being connected, having that real-time agility, and being able to interact with the systems in real time and getting information that I need in real time. I don't have to get on my keyboard, log into JDE Edwards, find the menu, and go through all that process just to get a simple piece of information of, what are my total sales for a particular customer that month, right? It's really being able to act fast, act quickly, and understand different ways that you can connect with your customers, with your suppliers, and with your employees. You can see how I can, change this and provide this as an interface to customers that may want to ask questions about products that I'm selling or purchase products, or how I can provide this interface to my suppliers who may be interested in specific invoice information or payment information, or actually, delivery of specific supplies that I need. So when we look at all the different things that you can do with these technologies, and I'll be going into several other ones where we can use the Amazon Echo and Internet of Things today, where is there a change or disruption? You want to be the enabler of new capabilities. Netflix, not Blockbuster. You want to be Uber, not the taxi cab driver. Where can you evolve, and where can you increase your collaboration or better serve your customer? And take a test and a learn approach and move incrementally so that you can manage your risk, and then at the same time experiment and learn from that experimentation. You want to be in a state where you're causing the disruption, you're enabling business opportunities for your company, rather being disrupted by your competitors. So in short, you need to evolve and be successful when you evolve. So what are some of the specific technologies and use cases that can help you? Well, there's so many different things out there. There's cognitive computing, there's mobility, there's advanced analytics, 3D printing, there's cloud, social platforms, blockchain is a big enabler. The two that we're going to talk about today specifically, intelligent assistants. So I'm going to focus on some of the things that we've done with Amazon Echo, and then I'm going to talk to you about the Internet of Things. And really, it's important because these are the enablers of things that you would want to do as far as business capabilities, enhancing the customer experience, improving collaboration, becoming more fast, effective, agile in your processes. And then really you want to measure your transformation, right? How do you determine if what you've done is successful? Well, one, are you acquiring new customers? Is it enabling customers to be more engaged? Is it getting you a better customer experience? That's one way to measure is customer acquisition. Another measure of improvement or effectiveness is no manual intervention on your transactions. As many transactions as possible, try to make those seamless, streamlined, without having to have someone manually intervene. And then engagement with your customers, definitely engagement with your suppliers, engagement with your employees, and collaboration among them. This one might be a little bit difficult to measure, but you really want to be able to identify areas where you can improve that collaboration and improve that experience for everyone involved in your company. So I'm going to go into the examples of the intelligent assistants. With intelligent assistants, I showed you a simple query that I asked the Amazon Echo about sales information. But we've expanded that so that you can actually do quite a few things more. Also, the other thing, aside from being able to simply ask questions, it can give you more analysis, more cognitive computing type functionality where it's trying to help you figure things out. And I'll show you some examples of that. Another area that you may be interested in is proactive notification. Rather than me asking the question, why doesn't it tell me when a certain customer reaches a certain threshold in terms of sales, or tell me that I have certain invoices that are overdue that need to be paid? So a notification based on a triggered event would also be helpful. And then also the transactional capability. So rather than just inquiry and notification, now I can actually conduct transactional business, whether it be creating a purchase order, confirming shipment of a sales, or even creating a work order through just my using the voice natural language recognition. So really just simplifying the way you do business, making it faster, easier, more streamlined, more intuitive, easier for your customers to get engaged, easier for everyone that works with your company to be engaged. So I'm going to kick off a couple examples for you, and let's see how they work. Okay, so I'm going to start showing you a few examples. The first one is going to be an extension of the first example I showed you with the sales information, but many times when you see information, you also want to be able to visualize that information. So I'm going to show you getting the information and then asking Alexa to be able to visualize it for me without actually having to log in or access or a keyboard or touch anything, pull up a sales chart for me. Computer, open Sales Order Manager.
Sales Order Manager. Do you want to know all total sales or total sales for a specific client?
Total sales.
What month do you want total sales for? This month, last month, or a specific month?
Last month.
The total sales in last month is $96,705.3. What is another period to look up?
Show me the total sales chart for last month.
The total sales chart has been updated on the dashboard.
Exit. So as you can see, it pulled up the chart for me and I didn't have to actually log into anything or access my keyboard. It just pulled up the information I needed exactly when I needed it. So that's just a standard example of integrating Amazon Alexa, JDE Edwards, and having it produce visualizations for me. The next scenario I like to show you is kind of a end-to-end scenario where I need to get inventory information. Very normal scenario where you have someone at a warehouse that needs to get information of how much inventory they may have in stock. And then I'm going to extend it further and show you kind of the cognitive or intelligent assistance capabilities that it has by actually being able to further expand that and give me a search based on a distance, a radius of where I'm located, giving me inventory in warehouses that are located within a certain radius that I specify. So I'll give you that example and you'll see how it works. Computer, open Inventory Manager.
Welcome to Inventory Manager. Do you need to know inventory level by location, by item, or extended search?
By item.
What is the item number?
Item 220.
The item selected is touring bike, red. Is that correct?
Yes.
Would you like total quantity or break by lot numbers?
Total quantity.
There are 954 units of touring bike, red available. What is another item number?
Extended search.
What is the distance?
10 miles.
Distance is set to 10 miles. There are 628 units in branch plant M50. There are 35 units in branch plant M10. What is the new search distance?
Exit. So that's a simple scenario where first I asked for some basic inventory information, but then I actually wanted to do it to do some intelligent assistance or thinking for me and say, give me the inventory based on the warehouses that are located within a 10-mile radius of where I am. And it gave me that information as well. So you can see how that could come in handy when I'm looking to see how much inventory I have in stock. So the third scenario I'm going to show you is really related to transactions. So obviously I can do information, I can do graphs, and I can get some intelligent assistance. But what if I actually needed to enter a transaction? Let's say create a purchase order. Computer, open Purchase Manager.
Welcome to Purchase Manager. Do you want to look up the upcoming purchase orders or create new?
Create new.
What is the item number?
Item 220.
The item selected is touring bike, red. Is that correct?
Yes.
How many units do you want to order?
80 units.
Creating order for 80 units of touring bike, red, from Supplies Unlimited. Proceed.
Yes.
created purchase order 732 for touring bike, red, with 80 units from Supplies Unlimited. Welcome back to Purchase Manager. Do you want to look up the upcoming purchase orders or create new?
Exit. So there you can see it created a PO for me, and just to confirm that, I'm going to go into JDE Words over here, and I'm just going to look for the purchase order that it created for me, 732, and do a search. And there you can see a purchase order was created for Supplies Unlimited today, and if I also want to look at the details, I can pull up the detail revision and make sure that it did create it for the correct quantity as well. And as you can see, it did create 80 quantity and for item 220. So that's a simple scenario of creating transactions, and obviously we can extend that further to do financial transactions, work order transactions, any number of transactions that you may need, as well as inquiries that you may need, all can be Alexa skills. So just want to go back and just recap a few examples that we talked about today. We showed you kind of this whole end-to-end operational scenario where you can ask Alexa, or basically the Echo, various questions of what items that I may need, or what items do I have on my my pick list, what inventory I might have on hand, and then actually get transactional capabilities, either telling them, oh, update that sales order to that it's been shipped, or create a new purchase order for a specific item. So you get efficiency, you get productivity just by streamlining things and not actually having to type on a keyboard or have access directly even to a computer or anything. You just basically can just use your voice and make things happen from a day-to-day business standpoint. And then I kind of show you more of the analytical capabilities, being able to ask for the total sales, pull up total sales charts, do different analytics, give me how many inventory items were available within a certain mile radius. So there's immediate information that you can get, immediate analysis that you can get just by asking the questions and having Amazon Echo provide you the answers, and doing so in real time, basically. So those are all some great key advantages, and the possibilities really are endless, because we're talking about the latest advances in voice recognition, cognitive computing, and all interfacing with the business capabilities of JDE Edwards. So it's a great match, and there's definitely different things that you can really enable with this new technology. So now I want to take on a different area that is very much part of this whole ecosystem, and it's Internet of Things, right? You can think of the Amazon Echo as an Internet of Things device, but that also provides you a human interface. But let's look at the other enabler here of just an Internet of Things device that allows you to basically monitor factory equipment, monitor basically, if you have a mobile fleet, your key assets, whether that be major equipment that you're using, or potential tank storage levels, all of things all down to either properties or things around your environment. Being able to have sensors and information real time, and then actually proactively act on that information without ever having to have human intervention unless it's absolutely necessary. So be able to basically streamline your processes nearly end to end. Well, what would that look like, right? Well, here's an example. Let's talk about like a smart factory, a factory where you have automation, you have surveillance, and you have these Internet of Things devices and these sensors that enable you to both monitor and proactively address potential issues. So we'll have an Internet of Things device enabled. In this case, an example that we're going to show you is going to be with IoT EQ. IoT equipment basically is a Internet of device that we work with that actually has a full set of sensors and capabilities with it, and has both the ability to connect via Wi-Fi or modem. So this device can monitor a piece of equipment, check if there's any diagnostic information that piece of equipment may provide, as well as maybe having temperature sensors or vibration sensors or various sensors on that device that once it reaches a certain threshold, it goes through the IoT orchestrator, it goes into JDE Edwards and says, okay, something's wrong. The threshold has increased beyond a certain level, we need to create a work order and get someone out there to fix this device. And meanwhile, I'm going to shut this device down because this has both inputs and outputs, so I can send a signal back to the device to shut it down or slow it down so that it's not going to overheat or it's not going to cause further damage, and then have a technician come out there because they got a work order appearing on their cellular phone mobile application saying, hey, urgent high priority work order, and here's the item that's being the piece of equipment that needs to be addressed, and here's the location of the factory. So that's a use case, but let's actually see how we can really put this use case into live action and give you a demo here, okay? All right, so I'm going to give you an example of the Internet of Things device, in this case IoT Tech, integrated with JDE Edwards using IoT Orchestrator. This is an IoT prototype device. You can see that it has multiple inputs and outputs, so they can read sensors in different inputs. Each can be a different sensor and all independent, and also it can actually relay signals back with the outputs. It's a fully ruggedized device, so it's meant to be industrial strength and deal with hazardous conditions. The other thing nice about it is not only can it receive and send back signals, but it also has a Wi-Fi capability, 3G, 4G modem capability, RFID scan capability. So this is a prototype, so it's a little bit larger than the typical production size, but you can also streamline it and configure it specifically to your needs, whether you need different types of inputs or outputs. It's all capable of being configured to support that. What I'm going to do is actually simulate a signal getting hit on this device that would trigger a work order to be created in JDE Edwards. So as you can see from the chart here, it is actually already receiving an ongoing signal every few seconds. It's getting a signal based on a sensor that I've attached to this IoT Tech device. Now, when I actually set this up with a specific trigger to actually modify the signal, and so let's say, for example, it's getting a temperature reading, and the temperature reading is nominal right now. Nothing's happening in JDE Edwards. In fact, I can go into JDE Edwards right now. You can see there's no work orders created. If I drill down to the watch list and do a search, you'll see that there are no work orders right now in the system assigned to me. So what I'm going to do is I will actually use this trigger here, which is basically mimicking a sensor, and I'll trigger it, and basically that will cause the signal to increase dramatically, which would be passing our threshold, when then tells IoT Orchestrator, okay, it's hit beyond this threshold, temperature's exceeded a certain level, there's a problem here, and it needs to be addressed, so I'm automatically going to generate a work order and have that assigned to the technician. So I'm going to trigger it now. And as soon as I trigger it, you can see on the chart here that the next signal, it begins to spike up dramatically to indicate temperature increasing. As that happens, as soon as that happens really, I go into JDE Edwards, I do a search, and there you can see a work order got created immediately. And actually that work order also gets sent to me via email. So I actually have it in my inbox or my mobile phone if I have the email on my mobile phone as well, and I'm able to pull that work order up and address it as soon as it happens. You can also see as I close this that the watch list also gets updated. So you can see here I have one work order now assigned to me based on the IoT device triggering that sensor. So that was just an example of the IoT EQ device in action, basically being able to send that signal directly once that threshold was hit, and then create that work order automatically so that it could be addressed. And as well send a signal back to either shut down a device or change different settings on a device so that you can address a problem immediately. Just another use case. Agricultural has a lot of great use cases for this type of device where you can plug in sensors that can monitor the soil, the weather in terms of wind and temperature, as well as moisture, and get all that data, all that analytics crunch those numbers, figure out what the optimum levels are as far as maybe you need to, increase, your fertilizer, add more water, whatever that may be. But definitely have that real-time information and analysis, so that person that's farming that land can actually optimize and improve the production levels. So not only factory applications, there's smart farm applications, there's mobile fleet applications, there's fixed asset applications, rental equipment applications. Really, the possibilities are endless in how you can actually really optimize production, performance, and having real-time information that you can proactively act on. So really, I talked to you about a couple examples. I told you things that you can do with intelligent assistants with Amazon Echo. I gave you a demonstration with IoT tech and how you can use that IoT device. So what's next? Where can you go from here to get started with these new capabilities? First thing I would say is, it's not, just one step and boom, you're there. It's an evolution. We went from vinyl to the cassette tape to the CD to the MP3 player. Now people are streaming music through Spotify. So it's not something that happens overnight. It's a process, and you really need to think through it as a constantly evolving process that really combines your strategy, understanding where you're trying to go and what you're trying to do, what you're trying to accomplish, and bringing the people, the process, and the technology with it, because it's not all just about the technology. It's about having the people that understand and having the organizational capabilities to actually enable those things, and having the right culture of experimentation, of innovation, having the processes that you're looking to enable and define those processes that really focus on agility and being customer focused. And then the technology comes into play as well as one of the key enablers. But all those things need to be combined to really begin your digital transformation. What can we do to help? Well, first off, if you haven't gotten to one of the later versions of JDE Edwards, I really would encourage you to look at the latest capabilities of JDE Edwards. There's tons of capabilities, either with UX1, mobile, Internet of Things. It enables so much that you can do with it. And we offer a free half-day workshop to help you understand what it may take for you to upgrade. If you're already on a current or very current version of JDE Edwards, let's start taking advantage of that. Let's look at doing a discovery workshop to discuss your specific business needs and what we can do as far as demoing new solutions, building proofs of concepts to really take some of these capabilities and transform your business with it. So we offer both those types of workshops, whether you're looking to upgrade or do a health check, or whether you're really looking already to take advantage of something because you're already on the latest version. The workshop upgrade is something that we do at your company, at your site. We go through the best practices and what you need to do to upgrade, what the advantages are of upgrading, what you get from that upgrade, and really give you the knowledge and the plan so that you can act on that, covering all the 5 rocks that you would need: customizations, integrations, data, testing, and training. And then we have a complete methodology to get you there. So once you're ready to upgrade, we have a step-by-step plan. We have a full playbook that covers all the different intricacies that you need to do in order to successfully upgrade. Every upgrade SmartBridge has conducted has been on time, on budget, or even under budget, with very, very happy clients because of our proven methodology, our playbook, and how we operate. So that's definitely something that you want to think about. But then, look at Discovery Workshop if you want to explore these capabilities and you're ready to do that now. Contact us. We're here to help you, and we'll be happy to demo some of the technologies that I've shown you here today again, or some of the other technologies that we've done with cloud and mobility that would be of great benefit to you as well. So look forward to talking to you, and please contact us whenever you're ready to get started with your digital transformation.